That's two forces.
I don't hold public office now. I am a former vice president. I've made it clear. I've made it clear in my public statements that the violence should be prosecuted. It should be prosecuted. Anyone who commits it should be prosecuted. For the people, that's the leaders.
I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on you. I feel the way my heart out on my sleeve. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L.
Lunch bells, fellas. I need to see that workman attitude today. We gotta get better today. What I want to know is who's ready to get better. I'm ready to work today. You ready to work? You ready to work? All right, then let's see it. Let's get out there and do it.
This person said, you know, riots and chaos and violence help his cause. That's what this is all about. I don't know who said that. I do. Who? I think it Kellyanne Conway. I don't think she said that. And so here's the point. The point is that he doesn't want to calm things down. Instead of going in and talking to people and saying, let's get everybody together, figure out how to deal with this. What's he do? He just pours gasoline on the fire constantly. Right, and to end this, button up this segment, I'm going to give you a list of answers. You have repeatedly criticized and answered his stuff. You have stated lately, you've been talking about it, and I'm asking you, sir, and you know, if you want to switch seats, you can do that. There'd be no problem. But they don't want to accept the national good. You have repeatedly criticized the vice president.
Oh, fuck this train shit. I'm done with this shit. This shit's stupid.
But are you willing tonight to condemn white supremacists and militia groups and to say that they need to stand down and not add to the violence in a number of big cities, as we saw in Kenosha and as we've seen in Portland? Are you prepared to do that? Do it. I don't have to.
Yeah, okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step.
From Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Massachusetts, the Patriots introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Miami Dolphins. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. Let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, No more podcasts. No more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Well, CD, you know, as we talked about earlier, this is the first Patriots home opener without Tom Brady in 2 decades. Now, you still see, understandably, a lot of number 12 jerseys in the stands, but this is Cam Newton's show now. How do you think that things change for the Patriots here in 2020?
Well, it changed in a big way because of what you said to start off with, and it's something we've all known about for a while, but now we're actually confronting it. Tom Brady is not in the building. All right, number 12 is not leading the Patriots out.
How the fuck did he miss it?
I thought it was a really savvy move by the organization in the offseason to sign Cam Newton. You start fresh with a guy who's been an MVP in this league, has a ton of self-confidence, understands the elephant in the room that is Tom Brady, but brings a new, different playing style to this Patriots team.
Newton able to get this to his running back White. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they don't let the sideline taking themselves and expressing. Just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. Newton throwing again. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it. Occasionally, you'll break a tackle and turn it to a bigger gain. Also, they start to creep up. They start to pressure receivers. Now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center.
Oh, what the fuck?
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season, big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. That's a really good job of execution by them.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Jakeem Grant now to return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out come the Dolphins to take over, and it's Ryan Fitzpatrick in his 16th NFL season now leading the way.
Ryan Fitzpatrick's the kind of guy you want on your team in every situation, whether you want to be your starter, whether you want him to bridge and help a rookie out like Tua Tagovailoa. It doesn't matter. He can fit every spot you're looking for. He's in the second year of a 2-year deal with 5-8 and 13 starts last year with 20 touchdown passes. And anytime he's on the field, there could be some Fitzmagic.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Fitzpatrick will hand this to Howard. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Carry there by Jordan Howard, and we all know he started his career in Chicago and was a two-time 1,000-yard rusher. Spent 2019 in Philadelphia battling injuries, but when he's healthy, can be a flat-out workhorse and can break down defenses.
The 35-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
First down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Howard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 more there and another first down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
On 2nd down now. It's Howard. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to bring big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground. Or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. We've heard so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially to play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Makes the score Patriots 7. Dolphins.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their history. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
White, the ball carrier.
But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. On the give, it's White. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Call it a pickup of 7, and the Patriots will get a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now a first down throw for Newton. throw caught here by Bird. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Brings up
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Newton now to throw. Rolling to his right.
That's another.
So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Running out of the gun with White. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. So offensively on this drive, 2 of 2 on 3rd downs, and now they face a 3rd and inches. That's caught at the 3. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. Here's Newton. Buying time. Score! Touchdown, Patriots. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Patriots add on to their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Full connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Grant sets to return it. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
13 yards.
His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back in their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he doing good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A give to Howard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads.
Fucking hit the button again.
I
can't stop hitting that button.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. That extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
I didn't drop that! Come on! Seriously?
Maybe a little too much target to hit. That
was beautiful!
Incomplete.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
We remind you, lots more to come here in this opening weekend of the Return to Football 2020. Coming up later tonight, it's the national debut of SoFi Stadium in Southern California. The Cowboys and the Rams doing battle there. And then 2 more to finish off the week on Monday Night Football. The Steelers and Giants from MetLife Stadium and the Titans and Broncos from Mile High. From the 22, Newton steps away. And now he's going to use his legs. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On a handoff, it's White. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first.
I support the Biden plan that I put forward. The Biden plan, which is different than what he calls the radical New Deal. All right, gentlemen, final segment. Election integrity. As we meet tonight, millions of Americans are receiving mail-in ballots or going to vote early. How confident should we be that this will be a fair election, and what are you prepared to do over the next 5+ weeks, because it'll not only be to Election Day, but also counting some ballots, mail-in ballots after Election Day. What are you prepared to do to reassure the American people that the next president...
Down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. New England on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Oh!
He may try and run for this.
Nobody is home.
Nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Now Newton on 1st down. He'll find his tight end here, Asiasi. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
The blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. Back to throw, Newton. And the pressure gets to him again. Kyle Van Noy. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the 1st half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Out comes the Miami offense once again, and their running back, Jordan Howard. This taken in by gq5's. He's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He's going to let one go deep for Parker.
Oh, it is in.
Complete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They go play action. Fitzpatrick going deep here for Parker. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. And I don't think Edelman will be able to get to this one. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get this started up in Orchard Park, an AFC's matchup with the Jets in town to take on Buffalo. And it's the Bills who have the lead in that one. Cole Beasley, a touchdown reception. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they trail that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers, a touchdown pass there. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. Calvin Ridley, a touchdown reception. In our game, it was Cam Newton who led the way in that first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Howard, a solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From just shy of midfield, Fitzpatrick flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Yards to go. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And it's caught by Parker. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
This is intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And the return
They can't block. A match protect. They can't fucking block. It's a waste of fucking time for them to block.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
37-yard line.
The drive starts with a run by White. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
James White, the ball carrier.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 42.
That's good.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So many different weapons available in that Patriot backfield. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers...
Oh, my God. What's the flag? What's the flag?
Easily blocked and turned to the side.
Oh, my fucking God.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
That's complete right around the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 12 more yards there and another first down.
That's another Patriots first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
And he is in.
Like, it's a stupid fucking play.
James White.
It's a stupid play. I fell for it. I went for it. That was a stupid play call. That was really fucking dumb.
Out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes. And while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The return man is Graham. And able to get this out to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
First down, here's White. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 44, Newton, he's got White here. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick
how teams are going to use you. The majority of his snaps may come on passing downs because he can create big plays downfield. Second on the team in catches in 2019. He led his squad in 2018.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Opting to run again here with White. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 18-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now the Pats' leading rusher the past 2 seasons, it's Sony Michel. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He hits White, complete. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
I got this fat motherfucker up there.
That sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the Dolphins' 3-yard line.
They'll run for it. This is White. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And they will run it with Michel. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score. Sony Michel taking it in. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating when they have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 20.
Well, you know, as we were going into this tonight, George, one of the things that you and I were talking about is the level of exhaustion in this country. We have to remember that the backdrop for this entire debate is this coronavirus pandemic. 200,000 American lives have been lost. The economy, millions of unemployment, and people are exhausted. They want to know, when is this going to end? Who has a plan to help guide the way through? And you have to remember tonight, did anything to further that argument with people at home? And that's what we always think about here at the beginning of the home. Did it put anyone at peace about the future of our country, the immediate months and years to come? And how we navigate our way out of this moment. President Trump, this was a unique opportunity for him to come in and say, here's what I will do over my next 4 years.
This is the player card. Here you can see your player's strengths and weaknesses.
I think we give this fairly steady and tone. But I do wonder if people get frustrated no matter how they didn't hear enough really either about their specific plans guiding this nation forward.
Need a light.
me see if I call just straight fucking NFL players. Where I need to go.
Today,
Short
from
route.
Gillette Stadium in
Oh,
Foxborough,
nah. Let's go.
it's week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Cam Newton and the New England Patriots taking on Ryan Fitzpatrick and the Miami Dolphins.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Miami Dolphins. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, week 1, taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins set to go now, and their veteran quarterback leading him onto the field. He's played a lot of places, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
He's one of those guys that's been around the block a few times in the NFL, and at this stage in his career, when he lacks a big playability, he more than makes up for it in veteran leadership, a real knowledge of the game, and being a terrific locker room presence.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Patriots take over.
27-yard line.
Cam going to bring the Patriots up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Off play action, Newton. Open man is Asiasi, the tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Devin Asiasi there. And that'll make it 3rd down. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's another Patriots.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
49.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
14.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, Newton. That's complete to his running back, Burkhead.
Okay.
And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession. Let's see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
45-yard line.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
He's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
It's 2nd and 8.
This is Howard on second down. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
8-yard line.
The scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, those guys.
And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down.
It's fourth down.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On second down, it's White, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, here's Newton. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
11 yards there, first down. 44-yard line. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. The shotgun snap for Newton. They'll get this into the hands of Bird. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 4 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
On first down, Newton. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. And that'll bring up second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. And a dump off to White. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Yes.
And this is off target to the
Now we need to play.
Anyway, it's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. The 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
On second down now, it's Howard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. It's complete to Grant.
Yes!
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Honda Accord LX is a class all by itself. It has upscale style and standard Honda sensing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. On second down, it's Howard. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. Brought down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle, the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of
It's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
James White, the ball carrier.
Jerome Baker, the Dolphins' leading tackler a season ago, tallies another one.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th.
And a Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Throwing on third down, Newton. He can run for it, and he
Missed
will.
the tackle. He missed the fucking tackle.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Could
Watch
get my
film of this game
God,
and hand
man.
out the grade sheets. He's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
They will run with White out of the shotgun. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance at having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
From the red zone now, Newton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Oh, that was sick.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Demir Bird, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
Oh!
Take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
All
They
drives
fucking
that
ready to
result
totally
points
roll.
hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Folk connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here comes Grant on the return. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Fitzpatrick completes it to the tight end Smythe. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. On first down, here's Breida. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down now, it's Howard. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 11 yards there, first down. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get on field and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back? That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Breida, the ball carrier.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sit through traffic and make plays is uncanny.
And that's exactly minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Oh, my God!
This is old brain remembers.
Look at where he drops that.
On the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
I can't believe
this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down the defense.
At their own. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Newton. This is White on the screen. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want. Be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Goes underneath here to White. And brought down, but not before they get it inside.
We cannot play fucking man. I don't know what it is, man. We can't do it.
Into their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To the air again, Newton. This will be caught at about the 5. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing again is Newton. Forced out to his left.
Should have been a fucking fumble.
Right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Asiasi with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Patriots add on to their lead. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, helped scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Grant sets to return it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Getting set to go again on offense. Here's Devontae Parker now. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter. They're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's 2 sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
He was taken down at the 20.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get this started up in Orchard Park in the AFC's matchup with the Jets in town to take on Buffalo. And it's the Bills who have...
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own.
New England trying to get a place on offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. He'll buy some time right. He'll try and run it. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
To throw again. Newton. Throw caught here by Bird. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
3rd down.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle.
No, come on!
He's got room to run. The 30, 10, and he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground.
No, no!
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with White. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. Sliding out of the... And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Newton. He'll find his tight end here, Asiasi. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
A gain of 2.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Rolling to his left. He may try and run for this. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need it? Whether that's minutes later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
It's a gain of 5, and it's a second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Fitzpatrick a give to Breida, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school.
Oh, my God, block.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fitzpatrick. It's Williams on the catch. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down.
That one 1st and 10 at the 11. Running with Howard. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 12-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Fitzpatrick. And they're going to get it. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I love his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The kick by Sanders is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
1st down, here's White. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Not much there, only a yard.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back now in Foxborough. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with White. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
White, the ball carrier.
He was brought down by Camus Bruget Hill.
7-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9. Newton, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things they consider
Another
safe.
guy over there, and he's still.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. That's caught over the middle by Asiasi. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Taking it in from 4
We had no
yards
defense.
out.
We had no defense. That whole shit, we had no
Teams probably like
defense.
seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at
We
week
couldn't
1.
stop fucking a thing.
This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
And 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
1st and 10. At their own 23-yard line.
Miami set to take over. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Look for the big chunk now, because as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down. He was back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Oh my God.
Now the 3rd down throw incomplete.
You can't move him. You can't move him. If you move him, they're off target.
Force him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Can't move him. You gotta sit there and take it.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. That's complete right side Asiasi. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the handoff, this is White. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and...
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
No!
First down there, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick again. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
He was looking for Parker that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
On 2nd down, Fitzpatrick again. And that'll be incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. If it does get
What is it though?
I could possibly see it this way. They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On 1st and goal, Howard. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Jordan Howard taking it in. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now Newton on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Newton. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Kyle Van Noy. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. So now after the sack, Cam of the Patriots going to look up at a 3rd and long. To throw is Newton. And that's intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Preston Williams.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
Fitzpatrick now.
Oh!
It's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. That's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Monogany on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, I dropped it again!
Incomplete. Scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
He keeps dropping the ball.
Forward here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. To the air again, Fitzpatrick. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete.
Trying to go somewhere.
To go for with such little time remaining. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this game. They stay on the ground with White. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I got an idea. Let's get racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game of the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say, the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 12-yard line.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. It's going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Patriots, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to